Hello and welcome. My name is Promise Odera Onu, and today I want to speak on quite a sensitive topic. Unity is Nigeria's biggest problem. Everest, I don't know what's going on. It's still not showing up. This is a bit strange. Can anybody else send me a request? Let's test something. I can see 1+, but I cannot see your this is strange. If you see my invite, you can come up. This Instagram, God, I don't understand it. So there's a lot of discussions around the whole Lagos Calabar proposed super highway, which is a fantastic project. It sounds very nice, but at the end of the day, you ask yourself, the existing ones, what is the state of it? Nigeria is like a man that have a motor business, a transport company. Now you are the new managing director, and you have a lot of cars that are not so good, right? But they are on the road. So customers are complaining that it's not luxurious enough. Now you want to borrow some money. Now instead of you to borrow the money and come and invest in fixing those existing cars, you say, okay, no, I'm going to go and order brand new cars. Now, they tell you that the brand new cars that you're ordering will take about 10 years to be ready. Do you understand? You say, okay, fair enough. I'm going to order it anyway with all this money I've borrowed. Let people continue to complain. Now, another company or another person says that the best idea, which I have done in my little company before and it worked, is to use this money you've borrowed, invest it in repairing these existing vehicles, so that at least they will be comfortable and the customers will continue to use it and be more happy. And then you can take a little bit money from them. Then the managing director said, no, why should I take advice from you? After all, you are not from this side. The person that owns this company is from my side. And at the end of the day, you refuse the advice and you are not able to do what? You are not able to fix that problem. Instead, you go and tell all the drivers, take more money from the passengers. Now, you've not fixed their problem. Your cars are still not good. They are spoiling every day. They're having issues. There is no air condition. They are not comfortable. Now, you are still charging the passengers more money, because you still have to keep it going. You have to be paying staff, you have to be doing, and you are saying, oh, the economy is hard, Now, the money you borrowed that you could have made life easier for them, you want to use it to order new vehicle that will come back whenever. And then when those vehicles eventually comes back, after 10 years of prolonged suffering and taking more money, what is going to be the state of those ones that are spoiling? Is it going to get better? Or is it going to continue spoiling? That is the problem of Nigeria. We've tried other tribes. Now try Igbo. You say no. Now the Igbo man is outside. He didn't win the election. And then he says, this is what I think you should do. And then they say, why should we listen to you? When you were governor, you were only saving money. Okay, but you that didn't save money, you were taxing the people more IGR. You were borrowing more. And you have the highest FAC allocation. Yet your state does not have independent power supply. Your state managed to have a railway that was built by Onyi, thank you. Your state supposed to be, with the kind of money you guys are making, plus the IGR you claim you've raised from 800 million to 5 billion, I'll be 8 billion. From 600 million, you said you claim you raised it to 8 billion. Plus the FAC allocation that was up to 400 something billion. Plus the borrowing you borrow. You're supposed to at least do Lagos to be fantastic. Lagos don't have uninterrupted power. Lagos don't have water. Go to Enugu now. Enugu have water. Go to Aba, uninterrupted power. So at the end of the day, I say this to say, unless we unite and see eye to eye, unless we allow others to have a shot, to have a go. And look at what I'm saying. Some people are accusing me of being tribalistic, of being supremacist, of being supremacy or whatever. Igbo people aren't together until the day together they will never become president, okay? That is what we are saying. Igbos are not tribalistic. They don't know how to follow. Everybody believe I am Oga on my own. Do you understand? It is a weakness because of the system of Nigeria, but it's not really a bad thing if Nigeria was one. That attribute of not being tribalistic, if Nigeria was one, right, was actually one Nigeria, that attribute of not following wouldn't be a problem. Because one of the dangers that the Hausas have is that that same thing that is their strength is their weakness. Their ability to follow one leader can work for them when they want to win election. But that ability to follow that one leader is also their weakness. Because if one leader come and say, do this thing because this person is from our place, he's our believer, other ones is whatever, is some believer. All of them, we normally follow them like that. So in a way, we need to see that, yes, the characters of the Igbos is not working in their favor, but it's working in the favor of Nigeria. And this is why I keep saying, if Igbos are saying they are marginalized, and everybody keeps saying the same thing, we have to listen to them. If the Yorubas have had a shot, Hausas have had a shot, Fulani have had a shot, give Igbos. No matter how dark our history is, no matter how dark, I've been in the UK. UK fought a lot of civil wars. Even America has fought. See, a lot of countries have dark history. It does not stop them from moving forward. This is 2024. Bring your best men. Obasanjo was able to achieve what Obasanjo achieved because Obasanjo did not discriminate. Obasanjo worked with the Igbos. Essentially, what Charles Soludo proposed to do is what Ghana did. Look at Ghana. Ghana is strong. I was dropping a Ghana woman the other day from our church. The Ghana woman, I was asking her, she said 14 cedis is equivalent of £1. Ghana. 14. I said to her, do you know how much Naira is to a pound? She said, how much? I said, 1,600. She said, where? Now, they tried to salvage the Naira by pumping money from our reserve. Everybody was happy, dollar has come up. That dollar now is going up again. Sorry, they said Naira has come up, but now Naira is going down again. Do you know why? It is not organic. Igbos are still doing one day sit at home. You have to be doing commerce on the first day of the week. No, Ghana is strong now. Ghana is 14. See, the best way to analyze, like Japan now, Japan is struggling, right? And the reason why Japan is struggling is because their government is so good. Their government is so kind to them, right? So Japan's interest, if you borrow money, if you're an investor in Japan, your interest is 0.01. Imagine. So if you borrow bank $100 million, for example, they will only give you, my mathematics can, maybe like 100,000 after 1 year. Whereas in the US, it is about 0.25 or something like that. So it makes more sense to invest in US. So people are leaving Japan to go and, but do you know why? The president said they are going to pump more money into the Japanese yen to help the currency, just like what Nigeria did. But they are not going to increase the interest rate. Guess what is the interest rate in Nigeria? Just go and check. I won't not be me go talker. Oh, in America it is 5 interest. 5%. Go and check. Nigeria have the highest interest. That's why IMF will be telling them what to do, they're going to do. If you have money, if you are a Dangote now, Dangote was saying it today, that the worst thing we did to ourselves was the devaluation of the Naira. Not devaluation like, what do you call it? Is it the floating or whatever that Tinubu did? He said it openly. Because at the end of the day, we try things that nobody has ever tried elsewhere and it worked. The governor of Edo State came on Channel Radio and was saying it, that when they were printing money, when Emefiele was printing money, he was telling Emefiele, why are you printing all this money? Because when I get paper, I'm printing press, when I get the print. Very foolish people, Buhari. They were just printing money. That's not how it works. There is a system, a world-class system, that even countries have to follow. Otherwise, your money will go down in value. It's as simple as ABC. So, Japan insists that their interest will still remain 0.01, so that it will be helping businesses. So if you're a Japanese and you are doing business, you could go and borrow 100,000. Do business for a whole 1 year. And probably go and give back 110,000 back. That is a strong economy, even in the face of near recession. Bro, so you think Nigeria prints its own money? What I'm saying is that Nigeria was printing Naira. Do you understand? Emefiele even said it, that Nigeria was printing money. They printed, they confessed. So it's not an argument thing. They don't care. They have 8 years to do the damage and move on. Exactly. Everybody sees it as my turn. What is the slogan of Tinubu? Emilokon, my turn. Today, people will tell you, don't say it's Igbo's turn. Don't say Peter is an Igbo man. Yeah, you are tribalistic. But somebody came and his keyword, his phrase all through the whole campaign was Emilokon. You see, because we are blinded by hatred for each other. If we see that this thing is good for us, we say no, we don't want them. As far as this thing is good, we don't want them. So a lot of us, we forget once what MC Oluomo did or what Wike did, and then say Igbos are tribalist. I don't want, like, I've thought about it many times. It doesn't make any sense. You see the people that are crying, you're oppressing me, you're oppressing me, you're oppressing me, you're oppressing my neck. Yet we say that, then they, I say, how do you make sense? How do you move forward? How do you unite? Do you understand? We cannot unite if we don't love each other. We cannot unite if we don't have a sense of belonging. We cannot unite. See, there are some Yorubas that have said the truth. Obasanjo have said it. FFK have said it. Dere Momodu have said it. And I've been sending these things to all the guys that was arguing with me. X, Smile Prong, Master of Coins. I've been sending it to them, so that they will see that it's not just me talking for talking's sake. That their own people have been saying it. Please, what do you want Nigeria to do for the Igbos? Show brotherly love. Let them feel among. What has happened in the past has happened. You took somebody's whole property in 1970, gave them 20 pounds. They allowed you. Moved on from then till now. And see how much, when I'm talking about the weight of Igbos, I'm not talking about what is in the south, because people look at Anambra and look at Enugu and all the rest and look at, and use it to judge Igbos. No. Talk about Abuja. Talk about Lagos. Talk about what the Igbos have. Talk about what the Igbos have in the world. It all came from that 20 pounds. So I appreciate that these guys are doing what they're doing well. I tell you now, if they release Nnamdi Kanu, don't forget that Sunday Igboho is guilty of the same thing Nnamdi Kanu is guilty of. Thank God Sunday Igboho have also said to release Nnamdi Kanu. He's also called for him to be released. But people will not release him. You know why? Because during the NSAS, Nnamdi Kanu was on air and was encouraging everybody to go to Bodilon. That's Tinubu's house. So I knew that there's no way Tinubu will release. If Tinubu releases Nnamdi Kanu, I will be surprised. That's why even 2 governors have gone to him, he said no. 2 governors have gone to Buhari as well, he said no. Do you understand? But it is the same issue. Okay, you forgave Sowore. Buhari forgave a lot of people from the north. You can do presidential pardon. And that way, the Igbos will know that you actually don't have anything against him, and then we'll stop this Monday sit at home. For more than 2 years now, every Monday, nothing is happening in the East. Nnamdi Kanu can't handle. No be to Nnamdi Kanu to help you. For businesses to be doing their businesses on Monday, we are losing money. Banks are short, schools are short. Even though schools are short, Igbos are still topping in everything. Even the last jam, it was an Igbo man that got the highest one. An Igbo kid. So we need to look ourselves in the eye. Forget that I'm an Igbo man. And if because I'm Igbo, when I'm saying some things, some people will say you're tribalistic. But I'm speaking to issues. There are things that Igbos shy away. It's as if Igbos are in fact, they are nearly apologetic for being Igbo. If Igbos know how to remove their Igbo-ness, so that people will not look at them and say, oh my Igbo, or they will do it. But the honest truth is that we've come a long way and we've seen that all these things we are doing are not getting us anywhere. We have to tell ourselves the truth. We have to tell ourselves the truth. Using an Igbo man against an Igbo man will not help anything. Look at what Rotimi Amechi did. They rubbished him. Today he's a lawyer. Rotimi Amechi thought he was so powerful. The guy, when he was governor, he was like vibrating against Goodluck. Rotimi Amechi got into minister. He thought he was fighting Wike like anyhow. Please ask him. I want to know. He wants Nigeria to give an Igbo man a leadership chance, but not give a good leader a chance. He said they are not tribalistic, but only that's all he's selling. I'm not selling that. There are two different issues. I said, and everybody have said that no Igbo man can become the president of Nigeria without other tribes willfully agreeing to let an Igbo man be. Because we are too small. We're only 5 states. And how many do we make up in the National Assembly? So just the same way the National Assembly or let's say the 17 northern governors came together and said, let's will it or let's zone it to the south, right? It's supposed actually to go to the southeast. Because Anambra, Yoruba has produced president, South has produced president. Now in that southeast, you can now choose a good leader. Or southeast have the right. You see, people don't understand this thing. If it was Osibanjo that was the president of Nigeria, nobody will talk about P2B. Because you can almost match Osibanjo with P2B. Do you understand? So the reason why, and I love the fact that Osibanjo did not will his votes in that primaries to Tinubu. So why it looks like people are not really supporting is because it became Tinubu that won it. Tinubu has everything against him. Not his record, not his, what they call it, how do they speak that English again? It's incident, or be transcendent, or be beginning one. Antecedent. Not his antecedent. Not anything about him. Even FBI released the record on him. And some people will say, if it is P2B, he wouldn't do anything. Somebody was making an argument with me. On that post, from Lagos to Calabar, 5 lanes, a bit 10 lanes that they are proposing. Which clearly, Dave Umai said they will have to put toll gate on those roads here when it is finished for 15 years. That means before you get return on investment, if it took 30 years to finish, it will take extra 15 years to realize the capital that was used. And all these things is projection. They don't even know the actual cost. So if tomorrow Naira gets worse, that means he might even get to 60. So eventually, if it takes 45 years for that project to start getting, before you start getting the dividend of that project, that it is better than going to repair the existing road. And the idiot was in UK. Sorry for calling him idiot. The guy is in UK and he was telling me, even HS2 was abandoned. Keneko. You're talking about HS2 is abandoned. Every railway in the UK is upgrading to the latest technology. We don't even have the basis. What we have in Nigeria is, go and see the trains in Nigeria. Do you understand? Hold on, Lebanese, I will sell you somebody. Well, let's start. I said to him, he was saying that to repair roads in Nigeria, you will, what's the English he said again? That you will inconvenience people and you will disrupt businesses. And this is somebody that have IQ. Telling me that for you to repair roads, you are going to disturb Keneko. And I said to him, I said, Abia State had how many governors? Abia State was the worst place you can ever go to in Igbo land. Go and look at Abia State now. The man did not start building new roads. What Alex Oti is doing is repairing the existing roads. And that is what P2B told them that he did in the video that they were circulating. that he said he's going to put down a fence by Nigerian breweries. He said those are structures on an existing road. He is not going to go and build new road when the old one is lying depleted. Make it make sense. So are you telling me that Alex Oti now that is repairing roads, that he's disrupting anything? Are Nigerians really sensible, or are we so conditioned with bad leaders that we accept mediocrity? You are telling people to come back and invest, and you are destroying existing businesses that is providing job. This same thing that I'm telling you is what Wike is doing in Port Harcourt, damaging people's shops. Now, Peter Obi told you that when he was trying to build a stadium, that he had to move the local government structure there to a permanent site before he knocked the old one down. That is how to do governance. Before you pull people's livelihood down, give them an option. Now, he claimed that he's paying Landmark. And then I asked him, have you paid, sir? He said they will pay this week. But you're already knocking his business down, you've not paid. So I saw a video where somebody, I think it was Tayo Films, Tayo, you know, one Yoruba guy that's very good, he's a YouTuber. So he was, speaking to one guy abroad, and he was asking him, would you ever go back to Nigeria to invest? The guy said that he cannot invest where he's not sure. Like he's in the UK, that nobody will come and destroy his building. He's certain about that. In UK, in the craze to go and knock people's building. Are you okay? They even have legacy. There's legacy structures that you can't even put down, even if you are building a mega structure. When they wanted to expand Heathrow, some people refused that they will knock their business down. The government has to keep lobbying. You think UK is anywhere government come and do anything because you have power? No. I saw the other day there was an airport they were building. Because of one family that lived in that land, it was the ancestral land. They have to leave that portion, buy the whole every place. But because of that portion, they couldn't continue. Nigeria, nobody asks you question. Some people have confessed in Lagos that they will just wake up and see that they are knocking down their building. No prior warning, nothing. That is not government. You are dragging people into poverty. I don't want to talk about the series of calls I keep getting, people's livelihood, and governments are steadily putting people in poverty, and they are not lifting. No welfare plan, but you are pushing people into poverty just because of greed, so you will make money. I plied that road from Asaba to Lagos by myself. I drove, I didn't fly. I drove from Asaba to Lagos to see the situation of things. So if you tell me that the Lagos-Ibadan expressway is good or working, that means they did it in these last 2 or 3 months. Because from Ore, once you start entering Lagos, all those roads until you get to Mountain of even pass and enter Lagos, no road, it's like they scraped one of the layers. It is. I was hearing in the country. I got to where I was going. So Lagos-Ibadan expressway is not done. You don't want to talk about Enugu or the Chai expressway. When the bridge fell in Enugu, we waited for this day Vomai from the same airport. See, the same road that leads to that Abakaliki, that Ebonyi state he come from. He didn't do that road. If you land in the airport, you have to follow one other long route because they closed that bridge. The bridge fell. So let's tell ourselves the truth. And people were making mentions. Dele Momodu was live yesterday. He was talking about Sokoto Road. He was talking about Katsina. So many federal roads in Nigeria. None of them is to standard. And you are blaming governors that are not working. Governors are working. Do us a favor. Sell us a good candidate and why. His name can be Chidi or Obi or Namdi. But don't mention anything about Igbo. Just sell him and let's hear why. Let's hear why without tribe. Thank you. For starters, I was born in Anambra State. I was in secondary school when Peter Obi became governor. Peter Obi ran, I think, under APGA, if I'm not mistaken. If not APGA, then it will be a different party. I'm not sure now, right? No, I think it was APGA.
Then Ngige ran under PDP.
Now, there is a family called the Oba family and a few others. They're the ones that run, things in Anambra State. So they hijacked the election, and not hijack. They gave the election to somebody. Ngige, everybody knows Ngige now. Ngige, the former Minister of Labour. So Peter Obi was going to court to get his mandate back. For good 3 years, Ngige was running Anambra State. But then Ngige did something. Ngige went against the godfathers. Ngige started building roads. Before Ngige, there was a governor called Mbadiniju, my namesake. Chidera Mbadiniju. They used to throw him pure water. Like, he will come to main markets, they will actually store him pure water. That's how much people detest the man. He didn't build nothing. He was telling them there is no money in government. So when Ngige came, people say, so there is money in government. Ngige was building. Now, because Ngige went against his godfathers, for the first time in Nigeria, they kidnapped a sitting governor. That day, it was a Sunday. I was in church in Ugunabampa, CAC. Ngige goes to All Saints. Anybody that grew up in Onitsha know All Saints. By Dengram. Yeah? Is it by Dengram? Yes, All Saints by Dengram. That was when Amada Jeep came out. Omo, the gun they were shooting that day, in All Saints, say, now that same Oka road leads to Ugunabampa and then to Mpo, for those that know Onitsha. The gun they were shooting that day, we were hearing it from church. Everybody I ran inside Gota. Everybody was hiding. They were shooting this gun, carried the governor. You know what it means to kidnap governor? Computer hires and one jeep, like chala cars, brand new cars, kidnap governor. First time in history, Anambra State did not have a gun. That was how Peter Obi came into power. Now, for people who are dumb enough, who don't read, they think Peter Obi was maintaining his position as Fidelity Bank executive. No, he resigned all his positions. He was nominated by somebody. I've forgotten. He's mentioned the name of the guy. He was nominated to be governor of Anambra, and then one of his lecturers in Harvard also told him about money, about naira and dollar, the difference. That is all about hope, right? So he wanted to go and do a change and give his quota. So that's how Peter Obi now accepted, resigned all his position, and went into Anambra State. He was running Anambra State from his house. Similarly to what Alex Oti is doing. Alex Oti is not actually working from government house. He retired to his house. That was what Peter Obi was doing. Peter Obi was running, and at the same time, he was building because they burnt the government house, they destroyed everything. He was now building everything. On top of that, Peter Obi continued what Ngige was doing. You see, continuity. He continued to be building roads. Now village. That's why if you go to Anambra State now, like when I go back, I can use Google Map to drive all the villages in Anambra State. Everywhere is tarred with gutters. All those works. Obiano has added to that work. Who is there now? Soludo is also building roads. But because somebody have raised the bar so high, they have to do something. Because now people now know that there is money in government. Because these guys collect billions every month. So I saw what the man did. He went for impeachment. There was even a time they impeached him and put a woman, Dame Veji Etiaba, the first woman female governor Anambra, Nigeria had. Crypto, if you want to come up, please. I had to respect Bongoli's request. I don't know the history or why he said that. Maybe he's scared of John. I don't know. If you want to, I don't discriminate on my life. Igbos can come, Edo can come, Yoruba can come, Hausa can come. I don't care. Best practice, spiritual practice, Sean, comedian. So, this guy now started going to schools. First thing first, Anambra are Catholic, like strong churchgoers. So there is Catholic and Anglican divisions. I think Ngige was Anglican. Peter Obi was Catholic. It didn't matter. Any school that was owned by Anglican, Peter Obi returned it to Anglican. Any school that was owned, my school, I mean secondary school, all these girls' school, boys' school, we are almost all the schools, all the government schools, we are usually under churches, including the school I went to. I went to a mission school, and then finished with Akundonia. Now, it was owned by St. Andrew. He returned every school to the... And there's a thing with the way churches run schools. There's discipline. There's morality. Government schools, civil servants go to class anytime they like. They are very lackadaisical. They don't care. No, they will go to school 10 o'clock and close at 4. So everybody was putting their children in private school. But when P2B came, P2B started building structures. You know, and Anambra has one of the worst secondary schools. Talk about Kompe, talk about Metro, talk about Awa, talk about the worst secondary schools. A normal secondary school boy in Onitsha can deal with a university guy anywhere in Nigeria. That's how bad things were. Apart from the time of Bakasio that had so many criminality, P2B dealt with all of this. I'm now selling you what he did. And then move the country to one. Now, when you build a state that way, what you also see is that businesses will also grow. That's why you have an Nnewi. That time you hear names like Obuawa, not even innocent. You hear Obuawa, Kimco, all those motorcycles. They did very well. Guys, give me 1 second. Sorry. Apologies. So while all this is going, the House of Assembly that were mostly PDP, we are fighting him. he was an applicant governor with PDP House of Assembly. So they were impeaching him almost all the time. You know, he selected the best of the best. You know, both his commissioners of education, commissioners of everything was head on. No nonsense man was paying gratuities, paying back everybody that was on. Things started picking up. And Anambra went #1 in education. And then I saw what this guy was saying. Sean was saying, if after they brought camera, if Anambra State. Now, I am not saying this to be bragging about Igbos. Go and check the records. A school from Ebariam won an international award. They beat Americans. Not even, we're talking about world competition. There was a competition then they used to call Cowbell. There was Society of Engineers. I was the 3rd best, me personally. I was the 3rd best in introductory technology in JS3 while I was in Onitsha. Then the guy from my school, Chikadibia, Ojiako, was the #1 in mathematics in the whole of Anambra State. So there was competitions like that. Do you understand? In Onitsha. And then, continued growing, business continued growing. Now, people don't know the difference of IGR. There is IGR, internal generated revenue. Simply meaning, simple, let me put it in layman's language, tax people. Take money from people. P2B did not raise IGR. But P2B raised HMI. HDI, sorry. Human Development Index. Do you understand? So, instead of him to go and tax people, he was building roads, building accesses, making sure people can come and do business. That way people were doing more business and money was flowing in. And then he brought Nigerian breweries, Coca-Cola. He helped Innocent grow and then taxed those people. You see? You were 3rd best. Maybe that's why you'll be dealing with. I was #3. Introductory technology. Actually, the certificate, I had to laminate it and put it on our wall. Then I'm a very intelligent kid. Some people don't know. Like, I jumped class from primary 4 10 of us were promoted from primary 4 to primary 6. So I did not read 5. At SS1, I've written NECO GCE. I left my school, went to Enugu, wrote NECO GCE. At SS2, I've written WAEC. Did my job. Got 256. My common entrance 83. Funny enough, they posted me to the same school that Peter B went, which is CKC. But before then, because of the stupid strike we were having, my father said no. He's going to go and put me in that mission school. So when it comes to intelligence, yeah, we have it. But I'm not here to pride myself. I'm only saying that I saw the way they campaigned to be governor. He won. It was sorry for him. He was the first governor in Nigeria to have staggered tenure because he kept fighting through the courts. He said he never paid anybody any shishi. Not be today he start to. I talk about a billionaire here, but doesn't give anything bribe. Talk about somebody who is fighting against a culture. You see, there's something that you guys don't know that this man is doing. Peter Obi is speaking to the consciousness of politicians. All these are politicians are sitting at home watching him. I'm sure he influenced Alex Soti. I am sure maybe he will influence a few more politicians. The Niger State governor was saying something that people are listening to Peter Obi, and they are, even though they will not confirm it, that they know that the man is saying the truth. And he said he's going to do more to support people, the Niger State governor. So he is a model to not just us as young people, he's modeling to also our so-called politicians who hate the people. So otherwise, I don't see why. I don't care any justification they want to give to Yaya Bello, but for somebody to steal 80 billion, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. It's wickedness. And all those schools that will come to the poverty capital of the world and be asking people to pay that much. I know the school might be fantastic and beautiful, but no, it's too much. For Nigerians to be paying 450 something a term, or a year, it's too much. What are you teaching? Is it not English and maths? Well, other people elsewhere have free education. Free. I don't pay shing buying for my children. They give my children free food on top of free education. That's what Peter B did. Free education. But 30,000 computers. Even till today, he's still donating money. So people keep saying, he's doing it because of election. That's why he's going to the north because of election. Are you okay? Somebody that helped Emzo Rice in Kanu, go and Google it. You see, when we were doing that, the freeze live battle of the Keneko supporters, then that's when we were researching every night. We'll be researching. That's when we saw what a man this guy is. Millennium Development Goals. He became #1 even after he left. He still became #1 to implement it. UNC Millennium Development Goals. MDG. Before they changed it to the new one it is now. They have to go and tell INEC to bring down the video. It doesn't change the thing. People know. People that were prefects. Imagine a prefect. Imagine a 16-year-old having the direct phone number of a governor. You can't call it connection because you know they give shishi. But if you call him and say you guys are eating rubbish food, you know what he would do? Peter Obi will drive to that school and sit down with those kids and eat. You see that in that video that he's eating with people when they are breaking fast? He was doing it in Anambra State first. The only problem that Clash of the Titans, no, not Clash of the Titans, Onyeka. The only thing is that people don't know him then. It was Atiku that made Peter Obi popular in Nigeria. Do you understand? People don't know who he was. But you see Anambra State story? People know Peter Obi very, very, very well. In fact, other good luck, they put him in economic forum. PDP man, he was the only Apuga man there. And yet, they made him the Oga. So, can we stop tagging? We know who our Igbo leader is. If you want to talk about IPOB, we know who the leader is. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now and tell him, he will beat his chest and tell you, yes, I'm the Igbo leader. Peter Obi is not Igbo leader. Peter Obi has a different mindset. Peter Obi does not want to help Igbo. He wants to help Nigeria. He wants to help Africa. He's a different, it's like There are some people that have a different call in life. Do you understand? There are people that want to help 10,000 people. Maybe that's their call. There are people that want to help 100,000 people. And there are people that want to reach out and be an influence over 1 million people. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, why did Martin Luther King want to fight for the whole black people? Was he the richest then? No. That is life. Now, the most impactful leader in the whole world is Nelson Mandela. He gave 27 years of his life. If you minus it from how old I am now, maybe 4 years extra or so, or 5. That's all this man was thrown in jail for. 27 good years. He still came out and he used love to conquer the world. So we need to see that it's not like if you release Igbos today, or if you become kind to Igbos, or if you love Igbos, or if you allow them in the government, that they are going to all of a sudden revenge. No. You move forward. Look at Rwanda. There is nothing that Africa is going through or has gone through that Europeans did not go through, that Russians did not go through, that other part of the world did not go through. We just have to look at ourselves in the eye and say, okay, our forefathers messed up here. Our forefathers fell here. They miscalculated here. Okay, how do we then do it right? Not for us to be trading in the same light that our forefathers did and be making the same exact mistakes. You cannot say that Igbos are not marginalized. As I'm talking to you, we don't have a railway system in Igbo land. We don't have the dry port, the river port, or the sea port, whichever one you want to call it. There is no help. Anything you say 1 naira in Lagos or any part of Nigeria, if you come to Igbo land, it's more money. Go to Igbo land, you will see police everywhere. You will wonder, is there war here? Go to other parts of Nigeria, no police. And that's how they be extorting. So, if you say we're not marginalized, you are lying to yourself. And then you come out with this project. Some people say, okay, go and start from Calabar, somewhere that is less, more quiet. Start from there and come up to Lagos. They said no. They have to start from Lagos and destroy those businesses. And that was not the original route. It was routed from somewhere else. A beach that is enjoyed by people, you destroy it because you want to build the road. 8 years will pass. We shall see how much they've done. It's simple. How much have you done with the little you have that you want to do so much more, even if you have good intentions? All the federal road, go and look, go to Onitsha Enugu road. People are still, if you drive to Oka, you have to go and use the old road, which was built by state. Because the federal road from Enugu to Onitsha, over 30 years of my life, have never been completed till today. I remember when I argued vehemently with one man over that road. He told me that Buhari will build it, that Buhari will finish it. Otu Abuneshi, till today, you can't ply that road. I'm talking about the landmark beach. I've never been to a beach in Lagos. I don't even know if it's Bar Beach, or I don't know where it's situated. The landmark beach, I don't know where it is. The landmark beach that was destroyed. Make Igbo build one railway now, but you said last time Igbo built Nigeria, so make Igbo build East now. It's true. What you just said, I second on it. The first person to say it was Peter Mba. He said he's going to build railway in Enugu. I think Alex Oti have said it. Make they build them. Yes, if Lagos State can build it, yes, I know their money is small, but also their state is small. So they can build even if it is 50 kilometers. After all, Enugu already have a existing trackway. Upgrade it. That brings me to the question of Ajaokuta Steel. What happened to Ajaokuta Steel? There are permanent projects that every government used to sign for money. Obasanjo will come, put money in Ajaokuta, put in national grid. Good luck go come. You go put money in Ajaokuta, put in national grid. It's like a pattern. Buhari will come, put money in Ajaokuta, put in national grid. Tinubu now, he don't put money for Ajokota, put for national grid. Onye kunna hore, who are you deceiving? P2B told you that to build that second Niger bridge will cost him 10% of what we spent. If you put a good leader, somebody who is honest, man, your mind, what are you talking? What is in Nigeria that is so difficult to build? But we will see a good leader. He's Igbo man, he can't be trusted. Now people will not understand what they mean by he can't be trusted. He can't be trusted means party politics is like business. You bring money, you fund campaign and election, you win, they steal money and pay you with dividend. That is party politics. So he can't be trusted to pay them back. That's what they are saying. Shikina. Igbos should go and build. That same thing they build in Lagos and Abuja. I'm seconding that. Let Igbos go and build Southeast. Return to Igbo land and build it. Because who is going to build it for you? Federal government have abandoned you. Other tribes will not come and build it. So you better go and build it yourself. What Igbos like is come to their village and build one gigantic mansion and decorate it and go and take title. That is what they like. You have more confidence in Peter Obi than... Yes, you see, to know a wise person, a wise person will always know who is more knowledgeable than him. It's not about, oh, I'm too smart. Oh, I'm the smartest. If you're smarter, if you see who is more intelligent, you will learn from him. Nigeria is becoming one-party state. Oto Abuneji. Peter Obi said it the other day. Yes, there is problem in Labour Party, but there is problem in PDP, and there is also problem in APC. And the most stupid one that is annoying, Dele Momodu was mocking them yesterday, was APC. It's APC rather, not was. APC is insulting Buhari. Go and listen to Festus Keyamo. He was insulting the former aviation minister. And all of you are APC. What is your party agenda then? They want to sack Ganduje. Ganduje went and spoke to Tinubu. He said he must stay. Problem everywhere. Let's be honest. What they are doing to Yaya Bello now is purely because Yaya Bello was against Tinubu. Not because I'm supporting Yaya Bello. I'm not supporting Yaya Bello. What they are doing to Emefiele because Emefiele wanted to be president. Fought against Tinubu. How come Peter Obi graduated with third class? He told you the truth. That is the most important. Where did Tinubu go to school? Who is Tinubu alma mater? At least Buhari took picture with his primary 6. Told you that he stopped at primary 6. At least Peter Obi told you that he came out with third class. He was even a student in UNN. He was already a landlord. Do you even understand? It's like all of us when we come to UK. We are working. I remember when I was a student, I would go to the night, I would be doing cleaning, I would be mopping hotel in the kitchen, but they call it back of house or back house. We'll be mopping kitchen, cleaning everywhere. In the morning, they will be teaching us programming method, how you want to take learn when you sleep. You can use shit nature. So I finished with 2-1. But if you had been my parents were here, and I'm I don't have to work, probably I will finish with first class. So that is life for you. Man was a hustler on the side. But then when he finished that, he went on to go to so many, he realized that he didn't do so well in his distance. He went on to so many other schools. Other, I don't beg 3 people come up now. They say let them go buy headache medicine. It does scatter their head. Lebanese, say I left you because the 2 cost me wahala. But you see X, you see Sean, you see Smile Plunk don't buy my case. Even Bongoli, they beg me, say make I leave him. Especially X, I fire him. I'm master of coin. I fire all of them with evidence. All those things where they talk, where they say I be tribalism, I be tribalistic person, and they send down where their own people, where Obasanjo using ma talking, say Igbos are ahead of other tribe, where they don't want to use ma talking, say other governments are using Igbos, why can't we that have Igbos as part of Nigeria use Igbos? When you say it, because you are Igbo, they will say you are tribalistic. But they don't know that Yorubas also are doing well. They are the best in education because I want to give them free education on time. We are doing business. We didn't realize politics was good. Now that we are waking up, imagine what it means for an Igbo man to close his shop on a Monday. An Igbo man that if he's even burying his mama, he go put a maker for shop. He go they call an Azokwa. We close his shop every Monday for the past 2 years because they just woke up. With fake evidence, what you concern me? And they send you evidence, he said fake. You know they read them. Other we say he was busy preparing himself for presidency. That's why he didn't do well in school. I did well in school. I'm proud of myself. Actually, I was doing a full-time job when I did my master's. Imagine, during COVID, I was doing a full-time job, not part-time. Full-time and did my master's and I still got a merit. Can't for that. If you see person will get sense, no deny him. Learn from him. You see, one of the reasons I come out and say all these things is that I've risen Nigeria. I've risen Nigeria. There is the external influence, yes. There is the unity problem, yes. But then the biggest problem we have is that we don't have, or maybe, okay, let me take what this guy said. The EFCC boss, about a 17-year-old, maybe hacker. Let me call the boy hacker, but he called him an IT expert, right? 17-year-old. He gave the guy a laptop. Listen, listen, because when they talk sometimes, they go vroom, vroom, vroom for people's head. Our EFCC boss, that's supposed to be tech savvy, brought his laptop to a 17. 17. That is SS2 or SS3 at most. Oh, no, he said he's in university. Was he in university? Maybe he was in university, but he said he's 17-year-old. Eh? And the boy opened his laptop without asking for his password. And asked him for his phone number. From his phone number, told our EFCC boss his account number. Told him, do you want me to wire money from your account? He said no. EFCC boss. He said, don't want me to trace him to his account. Yeah. He now said he's going to train the boy after punishing him. These are what, see, that's what Americans do. If Americans know you're a hacker, they're employing you. Boy, oh boy, you're working for CIA. You think Hush Puppy is suffering? Hush Puppy is living the best life, man. You don't know. All they will do is that if they find you as part of the syndicate, that's why they have presidential pardon. They will give you immunity. You go bust the whole syndicate. You go tell them how you operate. They will protect you. The state will protect you. That's what the EFCC is supposed to be doing with that boy. But more than that, and this is exactly what P2B has been saying, our Yahoo boys are not the problem. Harness those people. I actually saw a post where somebody said, kindergarten boy in HK 9 EFCC the 3-4. I'm not quoting verbatim, I'm paraphrasing. Imagine kindergarten FK. That means there are people that can hack even my Facebook. Maybe they don't hack my Facebook. Nigerians, the smartest, one of the smartest people in the world, Nigerians. So how can government not have research centers? How can government not find a group of people that will be talent hunting? We will do BB rubbish, BB nonsense, bring people that will be talking nonsense on social media. Where other governments are taking their best brains. I was watching something the other day. One boy, if you know how many mass questions that boy solved under 1 minute. Brains like that. Okay, let me now tell you, I came to abroad because my parents can sponsor me, right? The guy that I told you, we call that boy a mathematician. Chikadibi Ojiako. Go and Google that boy. No, he's not on Google. Because of our useless government. Imagine being the first. The first. That means you are the best mathematical student. Society of Engineers did award dinner for us. Called us up, gave us awards and certificates. This boy did not enter to university till last year because of money. When I tell you that Nigeria is a useless country, you think I'm joking. Scammers be thinking they're smart. Which Chasha, you don't go. Hush Puppy gets sense, forget. Anybody that can swindle you of your money. There was one movie they did about swindler now. It was an Israeli guy. They couldn't arrest the boy. See, once you get sense, you can swindle and go free. There are small boys on the thief. It's not who the thief for Nigeria. Other I know sabi book. So person will be first for your set 90 body. No. The boy don't enter university because of money. Today he is in he told me that he's last year when I talk, then he just finally get admission. Everest, it's like you don't know how Nigeria works. My cousin, the father was just telling me that I was so angry, he didn't tell me earlier, right? My cousin, she lives in Lagos, but then she want to go to, the father wanted her to go to school in UNN. So she went to UNN, passed medicine and surgery. They then told my uncle, a man that is struggling, guys, stop, hush up, you no get sense. Others did his job. He only had info and connections. I don't want to speak for Hush Puppy, man. I'm not supporting scammers or criminals. I'm a pastor. Repent or you perish, okay? At least he's getting his own punishment. But back to what I was saying. This girl passed medicine and surgery. Do you know what they told him? The father? They told the father that you have to pay 1 million naira to get admission into medicine and surgery in UNN. I'm calling names. Nigeria is a very useless. Sometimes when we hear about Nigeria, I come and say, Father, thank you for bringing me abroad. Do you know I actually moved back to Nigeria in 2015? People saw me and say, hey, you came back to Nigeria? Are you sure you are normal? I say, make I can't do service. The year where I can't do service, now Buhari can't win. They can't strike, they don't do service. Nearly 3 months, on the 90th day, if you pass that 3 months, if you start, the kind of visa I had that time, if you pass the 3 months, you cannot be allowed entry again. The 90th day, now I fly, go back. My uncle say, unless you decrease, leave this country. Even people within Nigeria, yeah, if you come back to Nigeria and say you want to come, they go pursue you. They go. I'm telling you that the best student in mathematics in the whole of Anambra State could not further his education after WAEC because of money. No scheme for the best intelligence. If they say that in the whole university, in the whole department, if you come, they will give you 20,000 naira. But BBN, they win waiting. They go win car, win house, win yash, win BBL. Nigeria? If we know what we need to do for that country, anybody that is tribalistic need to receive many slaps to correct their medulla oblongata. I didn't think others saw your previous question. I can't scam anybody of $100. So person will do over 300 million and meaning God, bro. Everest, leave Lebanese. Lebanese thing say easy. You don't see HK before. See as boys they sweat. You think say easy. You don't write code before. Clone website before. Fake website. You don't do them before. This is a code in a beans. Anyway, there is this thing I posted, this movie, this documentary. Go and watch it. $1 billion heist. What's the solution, bro? That is why a lot of people have given up on Nigeria. How do I force Igbos to love Hausa? Or force Hausa to love Igbos? Or force Yoruba to love Igbo? How? How can I make them? That is the problem. That is the solution. We have to unite, see ourselves as one country. But I believe there are actions that can help. You see, what Atiku was doing was good. Atiku took Peter Obi as running mate, still came back to Delta State and took Okowa as running mate. But the problem remained that had it been if they agreed to give Peter Obi that running mate, because I think why Peter Obi was insistive was that he knew that it was now, because PDP had a law, they had a zoning, whatever. They could have zoned it to him. Have you given up on Nigeria many times? I did give up Nigeria, like, I go get hope, I go give up, I go get hope. Everest was giving me 1,000 reasons to give up. Trust me, you just don't want to do it before you, and you are not even trying. Those boys not too smart. Avoid prison. Lebanese, do you know what is being smart? Anybody will take phone call, come out your money from your pocket. That person is smart enough. But I don't want to join me live. Okay, this thing go end, but I go restart. Many people send me requests. I don't know whether on Instagram don't stop people to come my life. I don't understand though. You know, once it cut off, I go come back again, guys. I want people to come and join me. How do we unite? I hear so Hanese say they go beg Fulani, may they forgive them. Maybe they... Hello. So, how do we unite Nigeria? How do we unite Nigeria? How are you going to force the Northerners to start liking Igbos? How you not even force? How do you win? How do you win the love of Nigerians without giveaway? Because P2B is coming with a principle that is very difficult. We know they give chishi. But let's not talk about P2B as a person, right? Let's talk about how do we even unite amongst ourselves. I'm happy for suggestions. If anybody wants to come up and make suggestions on how to unite, may they tell me. But one thing I can assure us is that once you have justice, once you have equity and fairness, unity should not be so hard. When people see that you are just, now they are crying judicial reform. You know why they are crying judicial reform? Because Yahaya Bello, APC, is using the same corrupt judiciary against them in his state. Now they are shouting judicial reform. But they were quick to go and corrupt the same judiciary to have their way in election. You see, what goes around always comes around. If you spoil water, you go still need that water one day. Yes. When you are doing people, you no go know, say one day, you go still need those people. Say one day, those people where they do, you go still need them. Now, Yahaya Bello, they play the same things where they do as one party. You know how many people Yahaya Bello don't convince me they come APC, come join them. Sote FFK, they shout, say Yahaya Bello na a man. Even the moment they say he actually campaigned for Yahaya Bello. The guy knew their antics and how they work. So he used the state court that they throw expected order everywhere. Now they are shouting, judicial reform, judicial reform, judicial reform, my foot. Because EFCC boss don't swear, say he go grill that Yahaya Bello. Now everybody is saying, why are you doing media trial? Why not do your investigations right? Now they are seeing that in fact, sometimes EFCC go intentionally do mess up the whole thing. So that when they actually go to court will throw everything out on technicality. They will be working free man. You will shout EFCC, EFCC. EFCC, EFCC. EFCC don't catch. Successfully try. If not the intervention of UK, Diziani could have eloped with all our money. If not the intervention of UK, Ibori could have gone out with all our money. If not the intervention, if you don't know what no was steal from the other state, who go touch them? They don't go touch them now. If not the intervention of UK, Alamesie could have gone free, getting one kind of scot-free. If not the intervention of the UK, Ekuremadu could have been enjoying his largesse and probably still be in the Senate, shouting, distinguish! Distinguish! Nonsense. Criminals. How do we unite? The only thing that unites Nigeria is corruption. Once they want to steal money, when they want to do all those dodgy things, nobody cares whether it's Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, they will just execute it perfectly. How do we unite, especially the masses, to understand that these people, see, essentially in this world is the haves and the have-nots, the rich and the poor. Nigeria is a theater, corruption and soccer. Somebody said, and I believe it, that they paid Wizkid to start fighting Davido. Wizkid, where they play the highest maturity. Wizkid, where no they talk nonsense. Wizkid, where they very quiet. Now all of a sudden, Wizkid, I don't know who he carry his phone give. You go to tweet nonsense. Davido do like say why ignore him, do I say why ignore him. The only thing, and you see say Igbo no good. If you want verse, if you smoke Igbo, you go verse where. If you dey happy, if you smoke Igbo, you go happy where. And Igbo they give advice. Igbo they give advice. And two of them they smoke. Bah! Right. You go right. The Igbo developed whiskey. No. I will tell you the Igbo influence in music, right? P Squares are Igbo. Don Jazzy is Igbo. Davido right manager is Asa Asika. They've been together doing business for the longest. Is Igbo. Davido's manager, Sunday Are, is Yoruba. Who else is Igbo? Many of them, the likes of Flavor and all that, Yemi I think is partly Igbo, partly Yoruba. But that's not the most important story. We need to love ourselves, apologize when we should, and move forward. The worst inhumanity to man was slavery. Even till today, some people are still saying to the UK, to America, to pay what they call, I've forgotten how they speak that English. There's something they usually say that they should pay them back. What is going on? I can't see people sending me requests. Is any other person experiencing this issue? I don't know what is going on. No. I've sent you invite instead. Let me see if it will work. Maybe I'm banned. I don't know. Instagram, man. That's why I opened the second account. Odera Onu. I'm Igbo self. Don't know it. Low. No, but I love Igbo tribe. I love the Igbos. Repatriation. It's money that the Caribbeans are asking the Westerners to pay them, as because they sort of used cheap labor to build all their railway, their plantations. IG knows you're tribalistic. Yeah, I'm not tribalistic. The people saying Igbos are not allowed to vote here are the tribalistic. The MC Olomos, the Wikis that will solve video evidences, they are the ones that are tribalistic. You know? Igbos don't even know how to follow one person. How can they be tribalistic? It's not that you can't see the request. Nobody don't send requests. Nobody want to make stress. No, I did see one. This thing for there, unless the person cancelled. But Everest was trying to come up before, it didn't work. And this one is Aslam. So maybe they've banned it. Instagram are fools. I don't even care. I don't know why Trump's truth has not gone viral. Make all of us jump on her. We need to deal with the issue of unity. Some leaders have spoken about it. Obasanjo spoke about it. FFK spoke about it. You know, Everest left, tag him. Don't worry. Maybe you don't even go start life. I've forgotten the word. You, Sean, shall you go school? What's the word that Caribbeans are asking the UK and America to pay them for slavery period? Because they used them as cheap labor to build the UK and everything. What's the you think Trunk app would be better? Truth. It's called Truth, isn't it? I don't know. I'm tired of social media, to be fair. I'm only using Instagram right now and WhatsApp. You know, and those two keep me extremely busy. I don't even have stomach for Twitter anymore. You know. But yeah, we need to unite. And I think justice will go a long way. Justice will go a long way. You know. Why APC is clamoring judicial whatever? Reparations. Reparations, is that the word? Reparations? Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So they quoted some huge amount of thousands of pounds that they're supposed to pay. Right? You know, in the Nigerians case, they promised the 3 R's. My R and L is, yeah. Reconciliation, reconstruction, and rehabilitation. They should do that. You know, extend the railway to the Igbos. Stop being scared of Igbos. They're not going to do you anything. They're not doing you anything. Igbos are harmless. Very harmless. I don't know, some people say they are scared of them. These Igbos are harmless. They're just normal people. They're just normal people. Send invite to people. Yeah, I'm sending invite. They can't come either. I'm sending invite. They can't come. I don't know exactly. And X, somebody tag X. X said I should do live. And then I'm doing live. X is not here. I don't know where X went to. Reparations. Yeah, that's the word. Reparations. I've confirmed it now from 3 people. So yes. So that slavery was the biggest evil done to mankind. And some people are asking for reparations. I think Nigerians need to get reparations as well. And I don't know why Jamaicans are asking for it. Because slaves were taken from Africa, and later the UK took their own slave and go and put them in the Caribbeans. Americans lived with their own slaves, and that's why they call Black Americans. So, but people, you know, Black Americans are not doing anything to Americans. They are all living together. So, even with all those evil done to them. So, what you need to understand is, nobody is going to pick fight and say, I'm fighting the next person because Nigerians did whatever. And that's why they took history out of our destiny. I don't think they should have taken history out. No, they shouldn't have. Know your history. Every British person knows the history. How the kings fought the what do you call them, the politicians in the house of this thing, parliament. Today, till today, the monarch cannot enter that house of a parliament because of that history. But at least all of them know this is why the queen cannot enter, or the king cannot enter the houses of parliament, because they had that war and this was the agreement. If you even want to read the history of Gaza and Israel, you will know why the Jews will stay on their own wall. They will not enter Al-Aqsa Mosque. They will not enter inside. So all these things are good. Tell the story. Doesn't mean that once you tell the story, this one will happen, that one will happen. Let there be light in Genesis. It was Igbos that developed the light. God, this Sean. Sean, if somebody is reading your comments, he will think you are such a small boy. He will know you are a big man. You are a full big man. You are a full big man. You know? So, for me, I think we need to extend love. Extend love. Show love. Show love. Nigeria has the potential to be one of the greatest nations in the world. You know? Show love. All this fight between Davido and Wizkid, very unnecessary. Let's look at a way to build each other. If those two people combine money together, they can build a solid structure for musicians, help all these people that will be coming and be doing free a cappella to prove that they know how to sing. Do you understand? We need unity to unite in Nigeria. And not every politician is tribalistic. Some of them are very tribalistic. In fact, Atiku went to the north and said, vote for me because other ones are this one. He played that card. Sorry to say, he played that card. It was only Peter Obi that was saying, don't vote for me because I'm Igbo. Don't vote for me. So let's be factual. We know those who are tribalistic. We know those who are tribalistic. GRV, all of a sudden become disqualified because it's half Igbo. FFK, because it's half Igbo, no mystery appointment. They gave, I pity that FFK. They gave Festus Keyamo, they gave every other ones, they gave Bayon Anuga. They came to his own, they remember they have Igbo children, they said no. Sad, man. Sad. I just wish we can love more. I just wish we can unite more. You know. Say sorry. If you know you are wrong, you know, say, even if it means the organized Ndibo actually going to say sorry to Fulani or saying sorry to Hausa or whatever, let's say sorry and be all sorry and not forgive each other. If that's actually the problem, that because of they think it's Iboku, that they didn't kill their own, maybe. But how many people were killed after that day in that coup? So we need to go past that level, because if you keep hating on the Igbos, we are not going to move forward as a country. And it's not like people don't know that all these things are there. They might not say it, but they will keep it in their heart. And that's the biggest problem. You all have to say sorry and prostrate. Says the same person that say Igbo will never be president in Nigeria, as if it's a cause. It's not like we really need to be president. Like Igbos for the longest time were just doing their business. They didn't even care about politics. They didn't even know politics was important. That is the funny thing. They don't even care about politics. Do you understand? Because that rhetoric, actually, Igbos believe in it as well, that they can never be president of Nigeria. Somehow they believe it. They were even discouraging people to be, oh, go and try now, you don't get it. Because it has to be willfully. You have to willfully say, Igbos, okay, come, present us a person, we'll allow you. Otherwise, there is no way you can outnumber Fulani and Hausa. It's not possible. Igbos, the funny thing is that in PDP now, they script that zoning. They're not following it anymore. Almost it is certain that article will come out again. If it doesn't come out, a weekend will not allow P2B or anybody to, even if they do a merger. Kwankwaso came out from PDP, P2B came out from PDP for the same reason. Because they went against that constitution. APC, from day one, did not even put it in their constitution. Ogbonnayano was crying. Where is the justice? They don't even kukuma go. May you so rest in peace. Pius Ayim didn't even get up to, you don't even get one vote in that primary. Igbos have tried so much. Some people will believe in nationalism. Some people will say it's not going to work. Some people will believe in, let's be begging them. Some people believe, okay, let's fight. Some people believe in Biafra. We don't even know what else to do again. The only thing remaining for an Igbo man to do is to come and say, I'm sorry that I'm Igbo. Or I want to join, I want to be a Yoruba man. That's the only thing left. After Igbo says sorry, I will talk to the council of elders. You know, my mind is half Hausa, but you start prostrating first. You that is talking as a Yoruba man, it's not like you are above Hausa. You are still second class. Even if Igbos are third class, you, as a Yoruba person, you are second class. So the real people running Nigeria is Fulani. Even Hausa are even following behind. It's the Fulanis. And funny enough, the Fulanis are not original Nigerians. So they come from Usman Danfodio. That came from the sub-Saharan. So let's all understand the makeup of our nationalities, right? The numbers, because politics is a game of numbers, the numbers is against the other nations, which is Yoruba and Igbos and whatever, and even Sansa itself. But at the end of the day, if we really want to make our diversity to be our strength, we need to actually allow justice and equity, not the kind of selective justice when it concerns Yahya Bello and EFCC, or Yahya Bello and the president, because that is all cosmetic. We're not being true to ourselves. All of a sudden, you know, judiciary needs reform. The same Judge Janko or Sanko that released the Nnamdi Kanu, that the way they extradited him is wrong. It's the same one now that is accepting what Federer is saying. The same one that said nobody again should under any hold this man, and DSS refused to obey the law. Nigeria, it's tyranny. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. You already Sunday Igboho, give Sowore his passport, your two Yoruba brothers. Then somehow Igbos are tribalistic. Sean is a funny guy, man. Very funny guy. Before you talk now, you tell he's a project manager. And seriously, if you get sense, Igbos supposed to be toasting all the South tribes and be friendly to them, because Nigerians will not allow Igbos in power again. It's not about allowing. They do themselves. The only thing we need to do, let me be honest with you, right? Igbos have been doing sit at home and it's been crippling the Naira. If they like me, they try any other thing, what they want to try. Unless businesses start doing on Monday, I've said it millions of times. There is no other magic. The people that are the economic power are not doing business on Mondays. It's crippling them. It's not affecting them in any way because they're using WhatsApp to do their business. An average Igbo man now has WhatsApp in his business. He does his call, plan his, what do you call it? His What do they call that thing? Way bill. On Tuesday, you go and do way bill. So it does not affect them. Their students are still doing fine, coming out the best and top in classes. So it does not affect them. So forget that thing they say that it's affecting us. It's not affecting the students. It's crippling the naira. And it's intentional. And as long as Nigeria don't want to budge, Igbos are not going to budge. The next thing that they're going to do is what they call economic Biafra. Mentally, some people are not Nigerian. No. Mentally speaking, some people are not Nigerian. There's no patriotism. That's what people don't want. And all it takes is for Nigeria to go to war with another small country, maybe Niger. That's when you will see that some people really don't care about Nigeria. I'm saying it and laughing, but it's a very serious issue. So what we need to do is to understand the dangers of having unpatriotic citizens and working to grow peace in that country. Now, if economic Biafra happens and Nigerians or rather Igbos move down to the southeast and develop that place and then leave the rest of Nigeria, it's going to be a difficult issue. It's going to be a difficult issue. But people just talk carefully, like, if you develop this place, go and develop your own house, as if they actually mean it. Of course, to a businessman, he wants to do business with the whole Nigeria, which is 200 million, instead of going to do business with a smaller population. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you put your manufacturing company anywhere, they will have to come and do business there. After all, Dangote is the richest. He's positioning himself in strategic places. He's not in the southeast, but everybody uses cement. Igbos actually use more cement than let me not even say that categorically because I don't know that, right? But we all have to look at how all of us can come together and help that country grow. Unity is a very, very big problem. And is more the unsaid than the said. Because what is said is not even up to 0.001% of how people actually feel in their heart. And that's facts. We all pretend. One Nigeria what? Nigeria is indivisible. What? It is the unsaid rather than the said. The things, the words unsaid are more powerful than the words said. Do you understand? So it's high time we look ourselves in the eyes and say, listen, let's do what Obasanjo did. Not just the mandatory ministers that have to come from the 6 geopolitical zones, but let's actually give these guys more chance. Had it been Charles Soludo was able to do what he did what he wanted to do as a central bank governor, it would have worked. But because a lot of the Alhajis and a lot of the Northerners have a lot of cash packed out somewhere, they said, no, you're not going to devalue the naira. That's why today, a Ghana man can say that one cedi is equivalent of 14 pounds. And the Nigerian will have to bring 1,600 of his currency to match 1 pound. It's a shame. The same Ghanaians will kick it out of our country and say Ghana must go. Right now, Nigerians go to Ghana as if they are going abroad. I'm going to stop here. I don't know, Instagram is not allowing me to bring people on, but I hope this message meets everyone well. It starts from you. Honestly speaking, how much do you love other parts of Nigeria? How much do you love other people that are not from your tribe? If you're still tribalistic in 2024, you're an idiot. There is no two ways about it. There is no sugarcoating it. Especially when the country is not working. If other tribes have tried, let's give Igbos a sense of belonging. Allow them to rule. Support them. Most of the parties are supposed to put zoning because Nigeria is not a nation. It's an amalgamation. And everybody needs representation. Other than that, what you see now is when it gets to 2027, another 100 people will come out and say they want to be president. Because nobody knows zoning anymore. It's now free fall. You know? I'm going to stop here. Thank you guys for your time. And have a good evening. Till next time. Bye-bye.